Hey wrestling fans, this is Rick from rickswrestlingblog.com. Hey, I just finished watching the TLC pay-per-view, and I tell you what, there's a lot of things to talk about. The main event, big things happened there actually, and did and didn't, I should say. And we got a creepy match that we need to talk about. We had an excellent match that we need to talk about. There were some surprises and some not surprises. There were some additions. And well, hey, you know what? There's a lot of things that went on in this pay-per-view. First thing I actually want to start off with is, hey, I won the actual wrestling pool that we play every week. So it's my first one. So I'm excited because I won my Daniel Bryan action figure. That was the prize. Okay, so hey, a Daniel Bryan fan right here. So this is actually the first for my collection, and it's gonna be the first of many victories to come. Okay, so anyway, there's my Daniel Bryan victory. Of course, my wrestling pool notes and everything on there, and so I won with 26 points. I'm excited about that. Not only that, my brother just finished buying a brand new NWA wrestling title. It's a real made one, not like with real gold or anything like that, but you know, a nice belt that I had a picture on it, and hopefully I'll put it up on the website sometime. But you know, it was a good night. It was a good night overall. So let's talk about it. Let's start with all the matches, okay? So first of all, the pre-show match, Dolph Ziggler, Fandango. First of all, the WWE isn't even doing anything with any of these two guys. I mean, Dolph Ziggler rarely wins a match. I can't even tell you when Fandango won his last match. But these guys, they've been used as jobbers, and this is just a good example of how the WWE's creative team is doing a terrible job. They are doing a terrible job, and yeah, I wish I could write for the WWE so I can just get some action in there. So anyway, you've got two good characters here. I would recommend taking Dolph Ziggler and putting him heel again. You got to do something. You know what? In fact, take him and take Brad Maddox and make these two guys both heels and turn them into like the arrogant team or the show off brothers or something like that. And I bet you they would do actually pretty well because these two guys have pretty similar type of characters. So anyway, that's just one idea. Anyway, Dolph Ziggler, Fandango. Fandango is one of the guys I really like, and I'll tell you what, Summer Rae was looking really nice tonight. So that was a nice dress she had on there. Nothing special in this match. It was just a regular match, but I'll tell you what, Fandango won the match, and I was surprised. I actually thought Dolph Ziggler would win. Fandango wins that match, and it was actually one match that I got wrong on my pool here. So, but I'm happy with that. I hope that WWE does something with that and doesn't just, you know, we're probably gonna see Fandango on Raw lose to someone else, right? So, anyway, I hope that WWE does something with him and starts to build him up a little bit because you've got a good character there, a good gimmick, and they do nothing with it right now. Okay, the pay-per-view starts. The very first match of the pay-per-view, CM Punk versus The Shield. Here's a match that I, quite honestly, have not been looking forward to. CM Punk, I'm a huge fan of him. The only thing is, 3 against 1. Why would you let The Shield lose against him? You would be making the Shield look bad, putting down their credibility, and not good. Now, I predicted that CM Punk would actually win this match, and he did. So here's what happened in that match: is Roman Reigns accidentally spears Dean Ambrose, and Dean Ambrose gets pinned. So it was a decent match, but. And by the way, the Shield looks at the end of the match, you know, Ambrose is down, the other two are standing by him and they're talking and stuff. It doesn't look like they're breaking up, but that was a pretty good setup for it. And I bet you Monday Night Raw tomorrow they're probably going to have something about that, and Ambrose is going to be upset, and maybe he'll break off from the two. I don't know. But something will probably happen with the Shield on Monday Night Raw tomorrow night, and we'll just have to see what happens there. But my guess is they are gonna break them up, and probably gonna take Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins and take them to do something, you know, into their own competitions, maybe singles or their own tag team or something like that. Anyway, next match of the night, AJ Lee versus Natalya. Okay. I'm sorry. That was second match. That's the third match. Yes, the third match of the night. AJ Lee versus Natalya. I tell you what, nothing special here at all. The only thing that made it a little exciting towards the end was that Natalya had had her sharpshooter on AJ, but AJ eventually got out of it. AJ slapped the Black Widow onto Natalya, but Natalya got out of it. But eventually AJ won it by slapping that Black Widow again. Was it by Black Widow? Anyway, I don't even remember anymore because it wasn't one of the matches I really cared to watch tonight. Anyway, at the end of the night, AJ did win the match, retaining her title. And okay, next matchup, number 4, Biggie Langston defending his title against Damien Sandow. I gotta be honest, guys, this match was blah. It was just nothing exciting about it. I like Damien Sandow. I'm a little on the fence about Biggie Langston. So all I can say right now is that Langston won easily. Not a big challenge here. So this match was just, to me, it was just a filler. Nothing big here. Let's see Langston defend that title against someone like Mark Henry. Okay, then we'll be talking. All right, next match, number 5, the tag team match. Okay, for the tag team titles, you got Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus Axel and Ryback versus the Real Americans versus Mysterio and the Big Show. And I tell you what, this was the match of the night. And just like they've been doing so often, Goldust and Cody Rhodes have been putting on a show. And I tell you what, the Real Americans are eliminated. Curtis Axel and Ryback are actually the first team eliminated. And at the end, it's the Big Show versus Mysterio versus Cody Rhodes and Goldust. And this is a great tag match going back and forth. And honestly, it's Big Show kind of dominating a little bit there. But at the end of the night, Cody Rhodes gets the best off of Mysterio and actually pins him. And they were going back and forth with their moves. I tell you what, this was a pretty good match. And at the end, you know, they kind of came together and hugged and raised their hands. And but Cody Rhodes, Goldust retained the title, and they deserved it. They put on another pretty good show. So anyway, to me, that was the match of the night. All right, next matchup, number 6. Oh, add-on. Okay, so the Tons of Funk come out, and it's Brodus Clay versus R-Truth and Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods is a rookie from the NXT who's been up lately with R-Truth. And R-Truth's been taking him under his wing. So it was R-Truth versus Brodus Clay. And we know that there's been some things going on between Xavier Woods and Brodus Clay, especially ever since he danced with the Funkadactyls. So anyway, the match itself, blah. Who cares? It was just nothing to really watch. What got interesting in this one, though, was the fact that Brodus was getting pretty vicious and wanted to throw R-Truth into the steel steps. But here comes Tensai stopping him, blocking the steps, not letting him do it. Brodus gets back into that ring, and Brodus is arguing with Tensai, and Tensai climbs up, and he's like, no, man, don't do that. You know, it's like Tensai wants to keep it fair, but Brodus wants to just tear this guy up and just tear him down and stuff. So so Tensai said he's had enough, and he jumps off that ring, and then he actually just walks to the back. And Brodus is like, what the heck is going on here? And then the Funkadactyls come closer to the ringside. They're arguing with Brodus, and Brodus like, just get over to your side and stay there. Just, you know, and they're like, no, forget it, you know. And the Funkadactyls, they turned around, and they walked out with Tensai. And here's Brodus. It's like, what the heck is going on around here? Everything's just falling apart. Of course, here comes R-Truth, you know, from behind, gets him, he pins him. And R-Truth wins the match. Him and Xavier Woods run out, and Brodus is having a fit in the ring. Which, this is really great. It's great for Brodus, because we need to get him out of this rut. He has not won a match, and who knows how. Well, he won a match against Xavier Woods. But forget about that one right now. I'm talking about any matches that really matter, okay? So, it looks like they may be starting to do something with Brodus. And yes, splitting him and Tensai apart. Well, let's see what happens with the Funkadactyls, because they'll probably all break apart and stuff, but you know, this has got some interest. This is good. I like this. Let's see where the creative team takes it. So, all right. Next match, number 7. Oh, another add-on: The Miz versus Kofi Kingston. Why? I am glad that they finally turned The Miz to a heel. He is a heel. In this match, Kofi Kingston beats him. But I tell you what, this match was, and the fans started chanting boring, or yeah, I think they were chanting boring. So anyway, hey, because it was a boring match, it was terrible. Anyway, Kofi Kingston wins. Somebody loves that guy, I tell you. Next match, number 8 of the night, Daniel Bryan versus the Wyatt family. Now, I had predicted that Daniel Bryan would win this one, but this is the one I call the creepy match, because there's a part where Bray Wyatt does that, where he's turns himself kind of inside out, and he's walking on his hands and feet with his head completely flipped over the other side, and he's actually walking all the way down the ring, and it was looking creepy. Not only was it looking creepy, the fans were chanting creepy, creepy, and you know, I'll tell you what, that was creepy. You know, at the end of the night, Daniel Bryan put up a great fight, but he lost, and Bray Wyatt actually did pin him fair and square without the other two. And I'll tell you what, Bray Wyatt's cradling Daniel Bryan as he's knocked out, and just kind of like cradling him and holding him, kind of like, oh, it didn't have to be this way, and it's kind of creepy, but it was a pretty good match. Anyway, number 9, John Cena, Randy Orton for the World and the WWE Championship. Okay, now let me tell you what was interesting on this one. It was interesting that absolutely not one person interfered. Okay, it was interesting that this match was actually boring. I was kind of surprised. You got your two top dogs. You got Randy Orton and you got John Cena. This match was actually boring. I mean, it was okay, but it was boring. I expected a lot more, and the excitement just wasn't there for this match. You know, John Cena gets handcuffed by Randy Orton in the corner, and John Cena's trying to take this thing apart while Randy Orton is climbing up. Cena breaks that thing off. He unscrews the turnbuckle, and he climbs up, and he knocks down Randy Orton. But Randy Orton grabs the rope, which is still tied to Cena by handcuff, pulls Cena down. Cena falls down and hits his head on the table, and kind of almost like is knocked out. Randy Orton goes up, and he actually does grab the titles, and he's holding them up. He wins the match. He is our new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And here comes Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, Vince McMahon. They're coming out to the ring. They are clapping. They're shaking hands. They are hugging him, and they're, you know, he's got his hands risen with those belts in his hands. John Cena's there just kind of looking like, oh, no kind of thing. So I was a little disappointed by this match. They really hyped up this match to be, and yeah, it's got significance because of the title unification. The only thing is that this match, it just didn't do it. It didn't do it. It was very disappointing. So overall, I have to say that the pay-per-view, man, I would put it below average, to tell you the truth. It wasn't worth the money we paid for it. You know, it was still entertaining, but I don't need to see matches like Miz and Kofi, Brodus and R-Truth. I don't need to see 3-on-1 matches because they just don't make any sense. The main event should have been better than what it was. I can't say I give this one a 4 or 5 stars. I can't. Out of 5 stars, I would maybe give it 2. You know, I wouldn't give it too much. So, anyway, that is my review on TLC. And you know, whether if you agree, if you don't agree, I mean, hey, post. You know, like, comment, do what you gotta do. So, hey, and you know, we're also on Facebook. So like us on Facebook. All right. But that's it. All right. Well, thanks for watching. This is Rick from rickswrestlingblog.com. Thanks.